Who are you? Who am I? I ask myself the same question every day, and I'd like to think I am the nexus. You're probably wondering why I'm riding a unicycle as I say this, and what this has to do with food, energy, and water, and the nexus that connects them. Well, first off, I was a circus clown, the youngest graduate of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Clown College at the age of 13. I traveled with the greatest show on earth, living on that circus train with elephants and lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and chimpanzees and horses and acrobats from every country and political persuasion when I was 14, and that's where I learned to juggle and to ride a unicycle. It leaves my arms free to carry books and to wave at friends and family, but riding a unicycle, as I do around campus, and riding a bicycle to get to campus, and for longer distances, my commitment to riding the bus, and for still longer journeys, driving my hybrid car, is the way I demonstrate my commitment to reducing the energy portion of my ecological footprint, a key nexus concept. The unicycle is symbolic, and a good symbol too. Why use two wheels when you can use just one? A 50% material reduction. How many things can you do that cuts your impact on our planet by half? But perhaps just as importantly, the unicycle demonstrates a commitment to go the extra mile and follow the poet Robert Frost's advice to take the road less traveled, literally and figuratively. In our current society, we nexus thinkers are too often a rare breed and are often considered a bit odd. Get over it. Get used to it. Embrace it. Dare to be different, at least until systems thinking and the use of appropriate technology comes so naturally that everybody does it. Riding a unicycle sustains my commitment to living the life in balance that sustainability and justice demands. And when you add in the juggling that we learned in clown college, well, it gets pretty complex. And it keeps you thinking about the right way to keep all the balls in the air. The green ball representing food, the red ball representing energy, and the blue ball representing water. Our job is to juggle these parameters and keep them all in the air. Now, a better juggler than me would be able to juggle 4 balls at once for longer than I can. And society has tried to juggle waste management, represented by this black ball, along with our challenges in food, energy, and water, but found that we inevitably, well, drop the ball. And that ball called waste, that turns out to be at the heart of our environmental problems. So my life's passion is finding ways to eliminate waste by turning it back into food and energy and water in an endless cycle so that there never is any waste, ever. And that leads me to the focus of my scientific research here at USF and with my nonprofit organization that I founded called Solar Cities. I didn't just go to clown college, I also did my undergraduate work at Harvard University in biological anthropology, exploring the cybernetics of animal communication and the evolution of complex societies, and studying marine mammals and great apes, working in aquariums and zoos, and living in the jungles of Borneo. And my master's and PhD degrees were at UCLA, studying urban planning, exploring regional and international development and environmental technologies, living in the slums and shanty towns of Cairo, Egypt, where I developed innovative ways to create reliable and inexpensive solar hot water and urban food to waste to fuel and fertilizer biogas systems out of recycled materials. That work and the commitments I made when I was a graduate student, since even before the turn of the century, commitments back in the early 1990s to live off the grid with my self-made urban composting toilets and gray water and biogas and solar electric and hot water systems and bicycle generator systems and urban gardens, living for years at the urban LA Eco Village, working in inner city schools and in the slums of Cairo and with refugees in the city of Essen, Germany and in the Middle East, were what made me into a National Geographic emerging explorer back in 2009. Ever since joining the Nat Geo family, I've had the privilege to travel to dozens of countries every year, to the slums of Nairobi and the bomas of the Masai Mara in Kenya, and the elephant-rich bushland of Botswana in the Okavango Delta, to the frigid lakes of Alaska and the conflict-torn areas of Palestine and Iraq, to the favelas of Brazil and the rural villages of Guatemala and Maya, Mexico, to share dreams and ideas and solutions and the simple techniques that we've discovered for helping create a sustainable and justice-oriented solar civilization here on Earth. Working over my career so often in sight of the ancient pyramids of Egypt and the Maya pyramids of Tikal, I dreamed of a new Heliopolis, a sun-powered green civilization robust to climate changes and social disruptions, while we work collectively to get greenhouse emissions under control and transition off of fossil fuels. I have one other confession to make. I'm not just a clown, but I'm the son of a cartoon character, a film and television and magazine writer, John Culhane, who knew Walt Disney and worked with the Disney Studios and was caricatured in 2 of Disney's movies, The Rescuers as Mr. Snoops and Fantasia 2000 as Flying John. And my dad introduced me to the original concept of the Epcot, the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, before it became a theme park. And I made a declaration to my dad when I was 14 years old, when I got back from touring California with the circus, that I would help make that dynamic utopia real, helping create a civilization where animals of every species and people of every culture and children of all ages would be able to live in peace with liberty and justice for all. Who am I? I am the Nexus, and you are too. We are where everything we learn about sustainability has to come together. We are the future. We're where the rubber meets the road. The show must go on, right? And you know what to do in show business when things seem to go wrong. Send in the clowns.